Why can't just life be easy for me? I get that question all the time, and it always fascinates me that we ask that question. We want life to be easy so that we can kind of like cruise through life and not feel pain, not feel challenged, not feel sad, frustrated, panicky, anxiety, all of these things. But then we want to have a fulfilled life. But that doesn't work. Because fulfillment comes from you becoming stronger than your external world. That's what I call your emotional immune system. So instead of asking yourself, why does everything happen to me? Why can't life be easier? Why don't you ask yourself instead, who do I have to become in order for me to be so strong emotionally that I can handle anything that comes my way? But we're not used to being like that because we're not conditioned that way. We're conditioned to sit and wait. We're conditioned to be victims. But then you get what life gives you. So then really, you're not even in charge of where you're going. But what if you would just stop yourself for a moment and say to yourself, okay, when I go to the gym, I know that if I want to lift a certain weight, I have to challenge myself and build my muscles every single time and be consistent, right? Show up, put my best foot forward, and challenge myself every single time in order for me to lift that weight. Everybody knows that. I mean, that's normal. People know that. So why don't you just apply that into your life and stop being a victim of the circumstances that happens outside of you? Because if you are a victim, then you have no emotional immune system. Somebody says something, you break down. Somebody breaks up with you, you fall apart. Something happens, you lose your job, you're completely devastated. And you spend your time running after your life, cleaning up all the crap and all the disasters. But what if you would say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to become stronger so that regardless of what happens, I'm going to be able to know which tools to access so that I can stay on top of the game. Because it's easy to be happy when things are going great. But then when things are going crap, why do we have to then surrender to feeling crap? You don't. You can still feel great when things are going crap if you work on this system. Now here's how you do it. Figure out where you are today. What's my emotional immune system like today? If somebody says something bad to me, do I feel bad? If something happens, do I feel sad or scared or whatever it is? Okay, great. That's who I am today. How would I like to be in order for me to feel like I am on fire, and anything that happens in my external world, I will know how to handle it? Doesn't mean that you're always happy. I'm not talking about always being in a positive mindset, because we learn the most about ourselves when we actually experience pain. But how are you with pain? Do you crumble, or do you bring out some tools and go, okay, I'm feeling pain right now. It's just an emotion. It's fine. I know it will pass. I can feel it for a little while, and then I can let it go. Because I've practiced how to be with these emotions without feeling like it's a catastrophe. Because these emotions are always going to come. Life will always throw you things, and you've got to be prepared for it. So figure out where you are today. Figure out who you would like to be when you have a strong emotional immune system. And then you put these little habits and strategies into place to become that person. It could be anything from changing the story. Something happens to you and initially you'd feel sad or angry or frustrated or whatever, and then you say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to allow myself to feel angry now if I feel like being angry, but I'm going to allow myself to be angry for 1.5 minutes, 90 seconds. I'm going to set my alarm. I'm going to be as angry as I possibly can be, and after 90 seconds I'm going to swap my mindset and I'm going to decide to feel, okay, what did I learn about myself through this? What triggered me? Who am I going to be moving forward? Blah blah blah. And then you practice these tools. And eventually, when something happens, you're no longer going to fall apart. You're going to become resourceful. And then you go from being a victim to an inspiration for other people. Would you not want to be an inspiration instead of being a victim of your life?